Chien-Pao EX is seeing a lot of success right now, but I think the best way to play this card is actually without Bibarel or Palkia VSTAR. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchan here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game on my deck tech. Today we are going to be covering Chien-Pao EX, but not in the way that you might think. My good friend Paul Margold, you might have seen, I did an interview with him not too long ago about his super cool deck that took down a decent sized 2K tournament. This deck is inspired by that deck. It is his creation that I have gotten permission to use, so I will link him in the description below. But it's basically Chien-Pao and Kirlia. Now it's kind of more of a water toolbox style deck that I think is really fun, and in my testing has been very consistent and very strong, and I think it's honestly, as of right now, the best way to play Chien-Pao EX. I'm really excited to show off this deck list, but we're gonna get in, we're gonna get started with what does Chien-Pao EX even do. If you don't know, 220 HP basic Pokemon. It's got that Shivery Chill ability, which says that if your Chien-Pao is in the active spot, you can search your deck for 2 basic water energies, put them right into your hand. And its attack, Hail Blade, does 60 damage times the amount of water energy you discard from your Pokemon. And how are we going to get all those water energies into play? Well, obviously thanks to Baxcalibur's Super Cold ability, which lets you attach basic water energies from your hand to your Pokemon as often as you like during your turn. This is a really powerful combo, but we also have more attackers that we can use to, see success and do different types of damage, have different effects, and better us in different matchups. We have a Crabominable V in here, really good for Destroyer Punch, which will let you do a bunch of damage if your opponent has, if your opponent's active has any damage counters on them. And how we're going to get those damage counters on there? Well, we can use Radiant Greninja's Moonlight Shuriken to ping 2 Pokemon to get them ready to get KO'd, and then absolutely destroy them with Crabominable V's Destroyer Punch. We also have a Manaphy in here simply for bench protection, an Articuno from Silver Tempest for Wild Freeze, does 70 and paralyzes, and this is really good against the Lugia V-Star matchup, specifically Lugia and Single Strike. Now we also have a Kyogre in here, and I think this card is really cool. Dynamic Wave for 3 water and colorless, does 180 to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and you put 3 energy back into your hands. This is really good in Mew matchup. You can snipe the Genesect, for example. It's really good in, I don't know, anything that you just want to hit the bench. This is a very strong attacker, and all the energies go back into your hand, so if Kyogre gets knocked out, guess what? Another Kyogre is coming down. Now we also have a Lumineon V, which will help us in Lost Box because we can awkward return and loop against our opponent, taking the threat off the, taking those 2 prizes off of the board. And its Luminesign ability is the main reason it's here. It lets us search for a supporter card and put it right into our hand. And for our draw engine, we're playing a 3-3 line of Ralts and Kirlia. It's pretty simple. I mean, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Refinement, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Combos very well if you're discarding energies to get back with Energy Retrieval, or Pokemon to get back with Super Rod. So we have 3 of those, 2 Chien-Pao, and a 3-3 Baxcalibur line. But now we're going to move on to the trainers, where I think the deck, makes a lot of sense. The deck, really shines. We're playing 4 Irida, which is a staple supporter. In fact, it is the only supporters we play in this deck, which will make a lot of sense in a second. We are playing 4 Superior Energy Retrieval, returning card that is now in Paldea Evolved. You put up to 4 basic energy cards from discard pile into your hand, but you have to discard 2 cards, from your hand. So you can discard 2 cards, play the energy retrieval, and get 4 energies from your discard pile back into your hand. You also have 4 VIP to help us set up, as well as 4 Cross Switcher, which you have to play 2 at once, but it acts as a Guzma, so you can bring up a new Pokemon and you boss something up for the effect of 2 item cards. For other Pokemon search, 3 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, pretty standard. We have a Hisuian Heavy Balls to get some of our 1-ups out of the prizes, as well as 3 Rare Candy to evolve our Frigibax into Baxcalibur as soon as turn 2. 2 Super Rod to recover Pokemon and energy, as well as 1 Canceling Cologne to get rid of that Manaphy Manaphy's bench barrier ability, so we can then snipe with things like Greninja or Kyogre. And we also have a Lost City, so we can Lost Zone some important pieces of our opponent's deck. In terms of energy, we got 10 water energy, and that is it. The list is it seems very simple, but there's a lot of room for playing around and a lot of room for creativity, and simple lists often are good because they are consistent, and that's what this list is. So we're gonna hop into some games right now and hopefully get some dubs with Chien-Pao EX. We get to call the coin flip here. Tails never fails is what I always say, and we're gonna get to go for a flip, and we're gonna get tails. So I do want to go first here, simply because, you know, I want to try and get as many Pokemon set up as possible. Going second isn't that bad because we can use Irida, for example, though. This is a hand you would much rather go second with. We need to, like, literally top deck VIP, or else we are done for. If we top deck VIP, we're actually going to be in a pretty good spot. We're going to see what my opponent is playing here, too. That could help us out a little bit to have some knowledge as to what we're playing against. There's a Kyogre right there. We're going to draw for turn. It is VIP. Okay, beautiful. So we can get some good stuff going. I do want to get a Frigibax, and I think I want to get Greninja to draw more cards right now. But this all seems to make sense. We have 3 VIPs, 2 Iridas, Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, all the energies we need. We're missing a Nest Ball for sure, and we are missing, it looks like, a Frigibax and Kyogre for now. And we have Kyogre in a hand. It doesn't look like we're missing much. Some rare candies is what we don't got. So we're gonna go for a concealed cards here. Draw more cards. Another VIP. Wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted. I just want to grab from here. I'm thinking Chien-Pao and probably another Frigibax just to be safe, because you never know what you're gonna be up against. And because our other Ralts are prized. That's what else I was missing. So that makes sense. We will go ahead, attach the Chien-Pao, and we'll just pass it to my opponent. So this is like an ideal start here. We can Rare Candy, we can use Irida, we can grab our Baxcalibur, and then we can grab something else, whatever else we so please. The only thing is we're going to need to find a way to switch out of this Ralts here. My opponent playing VIP, getting Greninja and Bidoof down. There's an Irida, so I think we're playing against another Chien-Pao deck. That's kind of what it seems like here, which, you know what, not too bad. We're going to see what happens here. This is going to be tough. We're really going to want to, like, there's a Frigibax in VIP. Yep, so we're really going to want to take out their, what's it called? We're going to want to take out their Frigibax on the bench. It looks like they might only get one down, which would be good for us. If we can knock that out with potentially something like Greninja and we can prep a Palkia, then that would be really good. But we're going to need a switching card. We top deck the Baxcalibur, which is good for us, obviously. So we can do that. Then we'll go for an Irida here. Like, what else do we really need? I'm thinking I'll grab an Ultra Ball so I can get a Kirlia and try and draw into an energy, maybe. Other than that, anything I want to discard here? I mean, it would be good to get Manaphy down as well. I don't think I'll need Kyogre just yet, but I do want to get... I mean, I can get rid of Lost City and Kyogre. Maybe I do get Baxcalibur just so I can have a backup one. Oh, but I need to discard something off of the Kirlia. So I'll get... you know what? Screw it. I'll get Articuno. Articuno isn't really needed right now. So we'll Ultra Ball. Get these two gone. We'll grab our Kirlia. Now, it sucks. We literally need to find like 2 energy in order to do anything here. But we're going to refinement away this Lost City. Draw some more cards. Found an energy. Now, do you think the chances of us finding more energy are there? I think there. We'll conceal cards that energy away. Get Baxcalibur and a Cross Switcher. Not too bad. We can Rare Candy into this other Baxcalibur. And then pass from here. That's a bit unfortunate, but we do have a Cross Switcher in our hand. One piece anyway, so we can bring up that Frigibax next turn. If my opponent doesn't have the, like, strongest start ever, they don't have any water energy in the discard, so Palkia is not doing too much. They're going to discard an energy, draw 2 with Radiant Greninja, and they're definitely trying to get that Baxcalibur up and running as well. Sucks that we don't have any other Kirlias, but there's their Irida, which they can use to get Baxcalibur up and online. However, they need a way to switch this Kyogre out of the active spot, and it is a chunky boy, costing 3 energy. There's that Rare Candy. It's a Baxcalibur, and I don't know what... Oh, they have the escape rope in their hand. Okay. So, I'm curious where I think we should go from up here. Probably give them one of my Baxcalibur, to be honest with you. Yeah, because I'm fine if they knock that out. I don't want them to knock out our Chien-Pao, just given how our hand is. I know they don't have a boss. Unless they're playing Cross Switchers, but I don't think their list has room for it. So I'll give them that Baxcalibur to knock out. If they have 3 energy, they'll be able to take it out. That's fine with me, because I want to be able to hopefully bring up their Baxcalibur and then just knock it out super easily. That's kind of my wish right here. They're getting rid of 2 energies, so potentially use Palkia's VSTAR power, and if they use it early, that's actually way better for us, because then us knocking out their Baxcalibur is so much more deadly. So that's what we want to do here. They're going to Canceling Cologne, which doesn't really do anything. They're probably just trying to draw more with Industrious Incisors. Canceling Cologne is just until the end of your turn, so we can still use Super Gold and Chivalry Chill next turn on our turn. They're going to go for a Star Portal here, getting 3 energy on the board, and I genuinely hope that that's all they can do. They don't spread a bunch of energy around just yet. They're going to go for that Star Portal. They can get Palkia up as a backup attacker, and there's the Hail Blade, discarding 3 energy. It's all they have, and now that Baxcalibur has a target on its back. If I can find a Cross Switcher, which I do have 3 of in the deck still, I still have 3 Irida. The chances are pretty high. I think we'll be able to make some magic happen here. The thing is I don't know the correct way to go about this. Maybe leading with Chien-Pao is best. We need 3 energy, so we need to get 2 off Chien-Pao, and then we would need to Cross Switch or retreat whatever else we bring up. Or is it best to just lead with Greninja? I think the play is pretty likely to happen, but I think we need to lead with Chien-Pao in case we don't draw an energy, because that's very important. Yeah, Manaphy, not super necessary, so we'll Chivalry Chill first and foremost, grab some energies out of the deck, and we're really going to need to make some magic happen here. I do want to keep Manaphy just to be safe, so I will get rid of Crabominable V for now. We get Superior Energy Retrieval and another Chien-Pao, which is actually pretty solid. So this is what I want to do. I definitely want to concealed cards away in energy as well. We need that Cross Switcher. We do get the Cross Switcher, which is awesome. So this is what we can do here. We can drop our Chien-Pao on the field, Cross Switcher up their Baxcalibur, bring up our other Chien-Pao. We can Chivalry Chill, grabbing more energy from the deck. Now we only need 3 energies here, which is good because we have them with Super Cold. However, should we be energy retrievaling those other energies back just yet so we have options next turn in case we get something like Ionode? I think we should, just to be safe. So here's the Super Cold doing 60, 120, and we already have the other one there, so we'll still put this on, the active Pokemon, so we're going to be doing 180. And then I do want a Superior Energy Retrieval, get 3 energies back. That's okay, we have to get rid of another one. This is all we really need to do. I can even attach for turn, but I don't even think that's really necessary. I think all we need to do is Hail Blade here, and we can just discard 3 energy, 60, 120, 180. Just the 3 energies are gone, and so is that Baxcalibur. That Baxcalibur into the Lost Zone, so it can't even be super rotted. Really get a single prize for it. Now we are the same in the prize tree, getting us another else is good. And they have Kyogre, but they don't have any way to power it up. They don't have anything going right now. So it's going to take them minimum another turn to get that Frigibax powered up. But if we can get our other Cross Switchers, then we're going to be in business, because we can literally just Cross Switchers up that Frigibax, and be done with. The good part about this deck is it gets very thin very quick because you have Shivery Chills. Now, I'm glad that we got our energies back because of that Iono. They're going to the bottom of the deck, but that actually kind of helps us right now because we can just fish them out with Shivery Cold, and then we can be good to go. There's not much that my opponent can do right now. Yeah, it's just going to be our turn. If we get our other Cross Switcher, we're going to be going crazy. So I first want to Shivery Chill here and grab 2 energies. Make sure our other Cross Switcher is in the deck. It is, so we can get access to that. And yeah, we are going to begin the drawing. So we are going to Refinement away. We have 3 energy in the discard, but first I want to concealed cards. Just to be safe, we'll concealed cards, draw. Now we can Refinement. I don't think Canceling Cologne is ever going to be useful in this matchup, so we will get rid of that and draw some more cards. And we get Irida, which is perfect. So we can just Irida, grab ourselves a Cross Switcher and Lumineon V. We have our other Irida in the deck. Now we're out of Cross Switchers here, which this is the tough part about this, you know, this build. The thing is, though, I'm confident that if we can put 2 Frigibax in the discard, we'll be good for the rest of the game. But the thing is, I think that's kind of just what I have to do, just limit their potential as much as possible. So I'm going to start by doing the Cross Switcher, bring me that Frigibax. We'll bring up Chien-Pao. We can Shivery Chill once more and get me more energy out of the deck. That's the remaining energies. And we can Super Cold here. So that's 2, that's 3. And now from here, actually, what we can do is we can go for a Greninja play, which might be better for us because we can hit Palkia and then we can potentially snipe it with Kyogre. So I think I actually want to go for a Greninja play here. So I'll Greninja over here. Then I will retreat. Radiant Greninja. Thinking from here, I want to Super Rod first. I want to put back Kyogre. And I don't think Articuno is ever going to be good. Crabominable isn't really needed in this matchup, so I just want to do 2 energy. Then I'll Superior Energy Retrieval and get rid of Baxcalibur and Kirlia. I do want to save the Lumineon in case we need it. And get 4 energy from the discard pile. So I can also Super Cold and prepare, but I don't think there's any world. Yeah, they're just going to concede. We basically just have that game in the bag. I think that was a really good showcase of what this deck can do. Our opponent is calling the coin flip. Tails never fails, as I always say, so we're absolutely going to want to go first here. Gonna see what we're up against. They had a Dialga coin, so if it is Dialga, that's gonna be not great for us. Would have been a really good hand had we had a basic Pokemon, but you know what, that's okay. We are gonna just get to shuffle up, draw a new hand here, and this is pretty solid. I think this is fine. Yeah, this is actually really good. Yeah, because we get to go first, we get to see what we're playing against. It is going to be a Dialga deck, I do believe, but that's okay. We should be able to do pretty decent against them. We'll go for a Shivery Chill first, grab our energies. We've prized 2 energy, which is good to know. We've also prized a Baxcalibur. Greninja's there, prized a Kirlia. We have all our Cross Switchers. We prized an Ultra Ball and an Energy Retrieval, which we have in our hand, and an ordinary Super Rod, sorry. So that's good. We got everything that we need right now. We can Nest Ball. We'll grab Greninja first and foremost, because that's really important to get going. You can Greninja, discard a Water Energy, draw more cards. There's Ralts. Do we ever need the Heavy Ball? I don't even remember. I just went through what we prized, and I didn't think we needed it. That's okay. Having just 1 Ralts is fine for now. I don't even know if I want to attach this yet, to be honest. I think I'd rather just pass to my opponent, because next turn I can Shivery Chill, discard some things maybe with like Ultra Balls, Pure Energy Retrieval them back. All we need is a Rare Candy, and literally think about it, next turn, we can knock out both their Magnemites. So they basically need to get another Magnemite down to kind of be safe. I don't know if they're going to do that, though. They're just getting Rotom. Yeah, if we can knock out both their Magnemites next turn, we just basically have won the game. So that's pretty good on our part. We can kind of just knock stuff out super easily. They're going to go for an Ultra Ball here, discarding probably 2 metals, is what my guess would be. Serena and the V-Star. Okay, interesting. They need their Dialga V. And then they're going to go for the Instant Charge on Rotom. Yeah, Greninja's really solid in this matchup because it can enable us to knock things out with Kyogre, which we really, really want to do. So as long as we can find a Rare Candy, we are going to be on our merry way to, doing a big amount of damage. And there's that Instant Charge, so I'm hoping that we can get a Rare Candy very soon. Ultra Ball is also really good, so we're going to go for a Shivery Chill here. Grab 2 Water Energies. And I want to Ultra Ball away Cologne and Heavy Ball first. I want to grab Kirlia. That's what I want to grab. I definitely need that guy. Yeah, we just basically need one of our 3 Rare Candies / an Irida. So we're going to be chilling. We can get rid, evolve up. We can conceal cards. We just got to find that Rare Candy. Not yet, but we're getting there. There's a refinement. Can we find it? Really? That's unfortunate. That's okay. I don't even know if I need to bench Chien-Pao right now. I think it's fine to just leave it on bench. We'll attach to Greninja to start. And man, that really sucks, but I hope that they don't get their Magnezones out this turn, because or else that makes our life really hard. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into the one piece that we needed. We did have good odds though, so it's kind of just unfortunate, right? But this is okay. This isn't too bad. If they didn't draw into that Rare Candy Magnezone, I think we'll be okay. Even if they do get the Magnezone, we can still take out a Magnemite and, prep Dialga. We can use Kyogre to take out the other Magnezone to kind of stop them from getting their V-Star power going. There is their V-Star, but did they get the rest of the pieces? As an avid Dialga player myself, I know that, hey, not the most consistent deck in the world. There's an Avery coming out from my opponent. I'm thinking of Frigibax is what we need to discard here. So we're just going to have to see what they draw into. There's a Metal Energy, and because they're attaching, yeah, they're just going for an Instant Charge. We have one more turn to get the combo off, but I think that we can do it. Another Frigibax, good to have. Go for a Shivery Chill. I mean, more energy. And I think we can hopefully see what we need to here. Start off with a Concealed Cards. We do get the Irida, which is perfect. So we can go for an Irida. And we can grab our Rare Candy. And we got another Water Pokemon too, which is good for us. We already have the Baxcalibur in hand. So I'm thinking maybe we'll grab... we can grab Articuno. That can be helpful down the line. So what I want to do is Rare Candy into Baxcalibur. We could also trap something in the active. I think that actually might be good as well. If we can get the other Dialga up here, that might be helpful for us. So I think what I want to do is Super Cold these two Greninja, and then Cross Switcher up the Dialga. I think that's a pretty solid plan, don't you think? I think it is pretty solid. So from here, I don't need to bench that Frigibax, but I think we have 4 energy in discard. I think I want to energy retrieval, get rid of this, and Articuno, it's not really that necessary. And I want to get these energies back right now. We can Refinement away. Kyogre, not super necessary just yet. So we'll get rid of Kyogre. Lost City is actually really good for us here, just in case they play some recovery. So we'll bench Frigibax. We'll wait on benching this Chien-Pao. Play the Lost City. We can Super Cold some energy on. We don't want to do everything just yet. We'll just get 2, so we can have a guaranteed attack. And then we're going to go for a Moonlight Shuriken, and we'll do 90 and 90. Goodbye, Magnemites. You're going into the Lost Zone, so you can't even be recovered by, like, Super Rod, for example. Ultra Ball is not the greatest thing, not the worst thing. And our other prize is Lumineon. Lumineon's actually pretty good too because it can get us our Cross Switcher pieces that, you know, it can help us get them. Got pretty decent draw. They're just getting that Origin Form Dialga V ready. No Magnemite. They're going to Avery us once more. No boss. Goodbye, Frigibax. We don't really need you right now. Again, we do still have Super Rod. One in deck, one prized that we're going to be able to use to, you know, to get our guys back if we need them. They're getting a Manaphy down, which is a little too late. They're getting another Magnemite. But I think at this point, the best thing to do... I don't know. It probably would just be to try and knock out this Dialga V-Star that is going to be in the active. I'm thinking it's going to be a Dialga V-Star anyway. Because if we can do that, and we can save our Chien-Pao in hand, doesn't really matter what they do. We're still going to be able to just kind of win the game. Yeah, I think that's all we really want to do right now. So... 2 energy in discard, that's okay. First things first, I think I actually want to Refinement. Get rid of this Ultra Ball here. We have Irida, so we'll go for Irida. We definitely are going to want one of those Retrievals for later. And for now, we can just grab Baxcalibur. Like I said, doesn't really matter too much, just Superior Energy Retrieval Fodder. And now, how many do we need to knock out Dialga? We need 5, I believe, to get this Dialga knocked out, which is okay. In this card, there's 2, so we can afford to do a Concealed Cards right here. We do want to put a Ralts down as well. So we can retreat into Chien-Pao. Go for a Shivery Chill. I didn't think we had any left, that's okay. We'll start off by doing Super Cold. Can do 2 on here. And then I do want to Superior Energy Retrieval, Nest Ball, and Baxcalibur away. Get 4 more energies. And then we can Super Cold 1 more. I think that's good. Right? Yeah, we can do 300 max. So I want to do 300 here. 3, 4, 5. And that's 300. Goodbye, Dialga V-Star. Into the Lost Zone you go. And I think that kind of secures us the game. We just don't want our opponent to be able to knock out our Baxcalibur here. That's kind of the only ask. But hey, it is against Dialga, so it is possible. They have an attachment. They have Adamant, they have their Magnezone up and ready to go. Thankfully, we can give them any of our little benched guys down here. So we aren't going to be in too much trouble. Just got to see, they got that Rare Candy, they got that Magnezone, baby. They are up and online for that Giga Magnet. Seeing what they're going to hit. They hit, drumroll please, 1, 2, and that's it. Okay, they hit just enough, which is, hey, just enough is still enough to get that Dialga V-Star up and running. So they're going to go for that Star Chronos. This is a tough matchup because Chien-Pao is Metal weak, so we don't want to over-leverage our Pokemon. That's why I've avoided benching this one, because we're going to need it to win the game here. But yeah, this is looking... Oh yeah, they have the boss on the Baxcalibur, don't they? Of course they do. I knew I should have taken out their Magnemite. Shoot. That sucks. That does feel a bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world here. Because we can actually bring up that Magnezone if we're able to get Irida plus a Cross Switcher, which I think is something we can do. So we'll lead with Ralts. I'll evolve you here, and first and foremost, we'll Refinement away the Manaphy. Now we can Refinement away this VIP pass. Got a rare candy. We actually do need Super Rod here. So I'll go play Lumineon. I want to grab Irida. Yeah, we got to do Irida. And we have to grab the Super Rod because we have, what's it called? Frigibax. So we need to get some Frigibax and Baxcalibur boys. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So just Frigibax and Baxcalibur. That's all we want from here. And then we can go for a big concealed cards, getting us hopefully one of our pieces. We get the Frigibax, which is what we want. And I think we go for an Ultra Ball. We get rid of Crabominable. And Water Energy makes sense. Get Frigibax. We have what we need in our hand. So we can drop him down and just end the turn there. They take a knockout, we win the game basically, as long as our hand doesn't get disrupted. However, honestly, I don't think they'll get next play hand disruption, at least not before. Maybe they're going to boss up our Lumineon, if that's their plan. We needed to get both Frigibax. Yeah, they have boss. What are they going to boss up is the question. We have Chien-Pao in hand, so that's not really a concern for us, because, you know, the magical powers of, as long as we have 5 energy total in our hand, the magical powers of Chien-Pao EX are good. They're going to Roxanne us, though. Interesting. Okay, that makes things a bit harder. That makes things a lot harder. I didn't expect that, honestly. Okay, that's not too bad. We do have some refinement draw power to work through. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's fine. We do have, we're going to see at least 2 cards here. So we're going to want to give them probably a Frigibax. Yeah, we need a lot more now. We do have Irida that can help us out in deck still. Of a water energy, which is fine. So I want to use concealed cards first. No, I think it matters. I think I want to use refinement first. Get rid of Ralts. Draw more cards. Baxcalibur and energy retrieval is good. We need 2 concealed cards here. I don't think we are going to be able to get what we need right now. So I just want to pass. If they have the boss, they have it. If not, then we have it. But this is always a tough matchup to go through just because Star Chronos knocks out so easily. They have boss. They're going to be able to knock out our Lumineon. If not, I think we might have it. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. I mean, we do have... Yeah, we just have our last retrieval. We're going to need to save one of our water energies. They're getting a metal energy. If they retreat this Dialga, that means we also need to find Cross Switcher. They have boss anyway, so they have boss. They have boss for game. But okay. Hey, maybe they're trying to win on us in style. That's possible, but I am confident. I'm confident in our skills here. Got Rare Candy for Baxcalibur, which is exactly what we want. But now this Kirlia is going to have to come in major clutch here. So we'll Nest Ball. I'm just trying to get this done in the easiest way possible. We basically, all we need to do, we need a superior energy retrieval and get 2 energy. Which we should have. So if we superior energy retrieval, get those 4 energy. We super cold. 1 and 3 over here. Now we retreat this guy. Should have the 2 energy left in deck if I'm not mistaken. We do have them. And that is enough to take the knockout on Dialga. My opponent misplayed like really big there. They really misplayed big. They had the game, but I don't know what their reasoning was, but that's okay. We are still able to take the W here with Chien-Pao. Kirlia Baxcalibur taking the last knockout of the game. Taking 2 prize cards. I think we played that game fairly well. Might have been a mistake to not go after the Magnemite, but who knows? I mean, probably was, because we could just delay a Star Chronos, right? We should have gone after it, but that's okay. We still won the game. We still won the game with our magnificent deck. Misplays and odd games aside, I'm really loving how this deck plays. I think it's really, really strong. Genuinely just super consistent. Has the potential to beat any matchup. That's the best way to put it. Baxcalibur makes things so easy as a support Pokemon because you can just use any attacker you want that can either take water or colorless energy. So you just Baxcalibur them to the max caliber and just do whatever you want with your water deck. This is a deck that's built by consistency, built by my friend Paul Margle. Definitely go check him out on Twitter. He has some awesome Pokemon trading card game lists and takes and a bunch of other cool stuff on there. And I'm just really loving how this deck feels. I wouldn't necessarily change anything about the list. I do think having Lumineon in here is really strong, but could also make a point for playing one boss's orders. Considering our only supporter is Irida, could maybe play boss instead of something, but the list seems so tight and so what's it called, like every card is useful, right? Every card has a purpose. I don't know what you would fit in here, to be honest. Could probably get rid of the Kyogre is what my guess would be, since decks are playing a lot of Lost City right now. Having one of Pokemon isn't necessarily the best idea if you're going to need to reuse them later. For example, Lost City is becoming a default for a lot of decks. So I don't know if this Kyogre, I didn't find myself really using it, but it is really good in certain matchups that you just go Greninja Kyogre and you just win the game. So I don't know. That is, I think, is up to viewer discretion. I will talk to Paul, see what he thinks. But I do think one boss in here could be really good. It could make things easier for you if you don't necessarily have the strongest setup. But I don't know. I don't have that much experience with the list, so I can't really tell you for sure. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below. What do you think of this list? It is super interesting and super neat. What do you like? What do you dislike? What would you keep? And what would you change? And yeah, subscribe to the Hitmonchan channel because I'm posting 2 new Pokemon trading card game videos every single week. And with all that's said and done,